weekend, right? Kirk Fletcher here. Just some little funky little doodads, little things that I like to play and mess around with. I've been doing this ever since I was a little kid. Just sitting there with like some kind of looper pedal. Back in the day, it was that Digitech, what was it, like PDS 1000 or something like that. It was like this really old delay pedal that had a looper on it, and I used to sit there and just play like funk grooves forever. I would loop myself playing bass or have like some kind of Casio keyboard with a beat machine on it or whatever like that, and just play hours and hours of like funk grooves and like stuff like that. So I've always kind of just messed around, even without the looper or anything, just sitting on the couch, just messing around with different grooves and different things like that and trying to come up with things. I think it's very important, especially now, I think it's very important to think a little bit outside the box, or think of, like if you have a song or you have a groove or you have anything, that you're trying to create or whatever like that, like say for instance, you have a drum beat or something, or you have a song and you're trying to come up with a drum beat or something. I think that we have to think a little bit more as drum parts, a bass line, a guitar part, and not just, okay, this is funky, so I'm going to play my funky beat. The one funky beat that I have, or the one bass line that I'll play along with the chords or whatever like that. When you think about the great music of like Bobby Womack and different people like that in Motown and soul music and everything like that, Jimi Hendrix, all of these songs, had bass lines, they had guitar parts, they had drum parts. You think about any Jimi Hendrix song of Are You Experienced, and you could play just the drum tracks and know what song it is, pretty much, right? So I think that this is something that we really need to stress in today's music. Is really thinking, as a producer or as a songwriter, as a guitar player, think about parts and think about that song, and think about what part you're going to come up with, not just, what beat, what bass line, what guitar part, whatever like that, organ, keys, whatever. You got to think about, a part, and that'll kind of make things maybe sound a little bit different than your average thing. It'll make it stand out, so you want to draw from all of your influences, that you've accumulated over your time of playing or whatever. Or if you don't have that many influences, or if you haven't accumulated a lot of things, if you're just starting out, just listen to a lot of music. Listen to the music you love, if it's the kind of music you want to make, Just saying. All right, little short lesson today. Just more or less, not lesson, but more just my philosophies, some of my thoughts on music, and just a little funky jam. All right.